We're live. What's up? Hey, my kid calls me at the same time. Like perfect timing. What's up, everybody? Yeah, it's a G2 Taurus.
That's how much they want for it, but it's out of stock.
That's too much.
I took the test online for PW, and I got everything right.
Oh, unfinished. Missing that sweet shifter. It'll come back. Don't worry.
Was he in okay place?
Hang on a second. Let me. I get it. Wow, I had too much going on in the background. Let me call you back when I'm done. Love you. Bye. So, I actually took the bullet press down because I put a new top on my workbench, and I plan on putting it back because I reload a lot of my ammunition. But 234. Oh yeah, 234. Yes. Wilburn tested me the other day, by the way. He called me, had a couple car questions, and put me on the spot. And man, I couldn't remember none of it. He asked me how many days till Halloween, and boy, he nailed me, and I couldn't remember. But the last couple gun shows I went to, a local rebuilder actually had rebuilt a bunch of 45 long Colts, and it was pretty much, it was like a penny more per round for me to buy them from him already built. So I think I bought 100 rounds and went out and shot like, I don't know, 30. So that'd be the only ones I'd build right now because 9mm, they're so cheap. 40's cheap, 45's cheap. What's up, bro? And my 45 long Colt, that's really the only thing I actually need to rebuild myself to save money, except for this local guy. I don't know how he does it so cheap. And he builds full metal jackets instead of, lead projectiles like I do. I don't know. He has to buy in such quantity that he's able to get all the projectiles and primers and everything else really damn cheap. So it's a lot. Yeah, it's quite a bit cheaper than I had assumed it would be. But 64 degrees right now, guys. It's I loved it. I think we got up to 74 today. It was awesome. I actually started to sweat just a little bit. It was kind of nice. I missed it. How'd that tire turn out for you, Jason? I meant to call and ask and see if that fixed that pole on the camper. Oh, no cam sale.
Yeah, I got the damn printer hooked up again.
Damn, it's only 41 at
No, the camper drove good.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Yeah, they had that brand new, they must have had a blowout at some point, and they put that brand new Goodyear on the right front. And dude, it would that thing will pull you. I mean, they don't drive great anyway, but I mean, it was.
You wouldn't think that big a camper that one tire would make that big a difference.
Well, it's a Ford, so it's got the stupid twin I-beam on the front. So
Oh, I didn't know that.
yeah, it's
Damn.
on a E450 chassis. So yeah, it's a van. So
Damn. I figured
yeah.
waiting what year it was, it wouldn't have that.
Oh no, it's the heavy duty chassis. So
Okay. I thought that year they went to just a regular solid axle.
no, it's still the twin I-beam.
Huh. Okay. What year is it?
The only chassis that had like a straight axle was like a 550, or if you had like the big Class A motorhome, it was on the F53 chassis, which is a big straight axle chassis.
Yeah.
But the E450s are the last of the.
Hey,
of the
Landon.
big one. What's up, Landon?
That's you, Jim.
56 and who the hoe? I the pimp, you the hoe. Man, it was so nice today.
It was gorgeous. I loved it.
I worked on the Mustang a little bit. I got the rack and pinions all jacked up on it. Like the one tie rod was bent, the alignment was all off. And I kind of mocked up the motor mounts on it, and I took the rack off because I thought the rack that I had on the truck was a Mustang, a Fox body Mustang, but evidently it's a Pinto rack because they're different diameter. So I'm like, well, crap.
Yeah.
So,
that makes sense.
but I ordered a manual rack for it, which they're cheap. You know, now they're cheap. Not back when I first did it, they weren't cheap, but
yeah.
Lake is still cold, huh? And then I got the truck pretty close to the engine coming out. I just got to get I drained the transmission fluid. I unhooked all the wiring harness, drained the radiator. What else? All I got to do is pull the drive shaft, transcooler lines, and motor mount bolts. I think I'm going to take the core support out of it. So hopefully tomorrow, if I don't get any calls, which I'm surprised I haven't got any calls, as nice as it is. I got two jobs scheduled for Thursday. So, hey, Colleen.
Cool.
But if everything goes to plan in the morning, I will go out and get it ready to come out, and then I'll have to come up to the shop and get the engine hoist because it's there. So
yeah,
I may get that little clinky clank one you guys got because it'll pick up what I'm doing.
The little gray engine lift?
Yeah, a little AC Doco Crap-O-Matic. Yeah.
This channel right here, it says Sure.
Yeah.
Rob, good to see you, brother. He's that guy, James, that lives in California, the one I helped pretty much build his Camaro over Facebook.
Oh, okay. I was wondering who that was.
Video. Huh?
I was wondering who that was.
Yeah, look at his channel. You'll be able to see the Camaro that he built.
Okay.
But he did everything, dude. He's never touched a car. He tore the motor apart and redid it from listening to me. He did his transmission. I told him I never did transmissions, but
right. Is he from the Facebook group or just a YouTube guy?
He messaged me, I do believe, first time on YouTube, and then I got him onto our Facebook page.
Yeah.
Or maybe that's where we met him. Which one was it, James? You still here? I can't remember which you met on first.
I actually just, it was weird when I got back from Hocking Hills, everything had shut down. I had to sign back into everything. And I actually remembered like, oh, I got to check on which, I mean, you've been taking care of the.
Yeah. I mean, we don't have a whole lot of activity lately, but
right.
We're getting the summer time again. So it might be again. Hey, Mohawk.
Mohawk in the house.
Thanks, Unfinished. Put him up there. He's got a few subscribers. He's a pretty cool guy. He's not I think he's in Sacramento,
Let me
if I remember right.
go over here.
I'm not trying to put you on the spot, dude. I promise. I'm just trying to remember how we met. I can't remember if it was YouTube or the Facebook page. I want to say it was actually Facebook, but then again, I can't remember. I've talked to so many different people.
Just trying to help a brother out.
Yeah. And he's actually buying my engine harness from my old wiring harness from the Camaro.
Yeah.
He's buying it for his because the guys that had it before him hacked the hell out of it.
Looks like he's got some video game stuff.
Dan, I made it. Was splicing a mouse cord and lost track of time.
What's up, Nano? So yeah. So that car, they welded new floor pans in it.
The Mustang?
Yeah, because I know it didn't have a transmission cross member, so I was kind of under there measuring, and they didn't weld the transmission cross member mount parts. They didn't spot weld that to the floor yet.
Okay.
But then I noticed they had welded at one time. This thing had a roll bar in it because the frame connectors, you can see where they cut the top of the bar off, and then I noticed in the back they welded plates in, and then the front welded plates in.
Yeah.
And I also noticed in the back in the spare tire well, they had welded a hole shut where they had a fuel cell in it. So then I started doing further investigation. They must have had like an old school 4-speed in it because they had a big hole cut in the tunnel, but they screwed a stock tunnel back in it to cover it up. So yeah, one time this thing was a legit like race car. It's crazy.
What's up, Jeremy?
What's up, Coach Jay? Yeah, I was working on the van.
Jeff.
I did some more organizing in the van, and
His name's Jeff.
Jeff. Okay,
Yeah, with the Camaro.
at 1980 Camaro.
Yeah.
Yours is a 79, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I got a lot of shit done today. Cleaned up the yard. You know, the usual. I got my fireplace project done in our camper. I actually brought the motorhome yesterday. Cindy hadn't even seen it yet. We bought it in November. She hadn't even seen it. Because I want her to redecorate it because you can tell a dude decorated it and it's horrible.
Who was I just telling about that?
Oh, yeah. You
Oh,
said about
yeah.
the Alibaba camel bullshit in it. Yeah.
I was like,
She literally took when she got in it. She literally went in the house, got a trash bag, bagged up all that shit, and threw it in the trash.
oh, it's Tisha and Jeremy. I won't ever look at a VW, and I was just like, it's like full bomber style looking freaking tire.
Yeah, it's not like that now. Oh yeah, and then I went to pull the screen door shut, and it I don't know if yours has this, but all mine have a handle on the door, like a big pull handle, not the door handle, but a big pull handle that goes across the door to pull the door shut. And I reached out and I leaned in, and remember when Jeremy slammed my hand in the Camaro door and put the extra wrinkle in it? I was holding myself, and I reached out and grabbed the door to pull it shut because we got the dogs out there. I smashed the crap out of my thumb right in that same spot. I'm like, oh my God. So I ordered a pull handle today. I'm putting a pull handle on her.
So he just messaged me on here. He said that he messaged on the Facebook page.
Oh, okay.
And that's how we started with the whole building of the car. He was, dude, you know how many times he was ready to throw the towel in. And I'm like, that's how project cars are. You get mad and you want to burn them, but then you fall in love again the next day. So
yeah, then you put them down for a while and you let everything settle. Yeah.
He just asked me,
like-
how do you text and talk?
Well, it's like, here I am. What do you say?
He just asked me, how do you text and talk?
Oh, yeah. It's like, here I am. I had a project that was about 85% done, and I'm literally pulling all it out and starting all over again, you know.
I know, but dude, that Mustang is so much nicer than the S10.
Dude, I can tell
I
you
would
right.
get mad if you didn't do it.
I was taking bolts loose. I was taking the starter out, and I was losing my mind. I had a face full of rust from that thing, and I'm like, oh, I hate this thing. Then the Mustang's
Yes,
not. Oh, yeah, but the Mustang's not, you know.
Dude, that thing is so clean.
It is. There is no rust on that thing. Like I said, and they fixed everything. It's got new floor pans in it. I got to finish it, you know.
Right.
So I think what I'm going to do
is down and determined to prove to me that my car doesn't weigh 3,000 pounds. He says it weighs 36.
Who is?
Hunter.
Oh,
He said there's no way it weighs that much. It has to weigh 36.
yeah. I don't know. I mean,
It weighed 3,300 pounds with the rally wheels and that heavy ass freaking 100-pound hood.
yeah, that had 4 gallons of Bondo in it.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's another thing that, you know, we were talking about that hood and that deck lid, which I still do want to get rid of it. But those are actually hardwood parts. Those aren't the cheapo parts. Like, so I took some pictures of them today.
He just got the pin on instead of the bolt on.
Yeah, yeah. So I took some pictures of today. I'm just going to put it up on Marketplace. Like, hey, I will swap somebody dead even. I'll come pick the shit up. I just want a stock hood and a stock deck lid, and then, you know, I'll get the hinges and stuff.
Jeremy, I'd say it'd be 32 or 33 with me in it. Because there's no way I ran 12.0 with a 470 hydraulic with a 3,600 pound car. There's no way.
Well, my Mustang weighed 2640 with me in it.
Right.
So, I mean,
and I know. And your car to haul ass, but that's what I'm saying. That camshaft, that old freaking hydraulic 470 hydraulic.
Well, didn't at one time you have like 2 quarter panels on it, like they were overlapped? Yeah.
A big tailwind.
Oh yeah, definitely tailwind.
Well, it was running 12.0.
Rob ate a whole can of beans that day.
But it ran 12.0s all one summer, and then we had that real cool night in like whatever it was, September or October. It was like 70 degrees, no wind, and it went 1199 at 116, almost 117 miles an hour. So I know that camshaft should have never went that quick, but that car was light. All my tickets that were in the console, all my time tickets, all faded out. What's up, Dylan? In my best sloth voice.
Dude, that thing doesn't have any headlights in it, right? And I have been playing hell trying to find headlight rings for that thing.
Is that the 4i?
It's a 4i, and they don't make that size headlight ring anymore. Like,
I thought you still had that front end up in your attic.
Oh crap! Do I really have that up there?
I thought you did.
Man, I'm gonna be pissed if I did. But anyway, well, I told you didn't have a gas pedal, right?
Yeah.
So the same guy that I got the gas pedal from, he had the headlight rings and all the hardware and everything for like $40. So I just went ahead and ordered it. But yeah, now you just said that. See, that's the problem. I put that stupid ceiling in, and I don't know what the hell is up there anymore.
Because you had a rear end up there, but I think you took it down and got rid of it.
No, I still have a 9-inch up there that's real narrow that Jeremy gave me. Our brother Jeremy gave me.
Yeah.
That I was going to weld in when I did the ladder bars. I know that's still up there.
Okay.
But Man, I'm gonna be pissed if that front end's
Dude,
up
I
there.
swear to God, that
It
front
probably,
end,
it probably.
I think the front end was over up atop, above where the welders were.
That's fine. I mean, well, I know if I want to sell parts of it, you can't find them anymore. It's weird. It's really weird.
Well, the reason I say that is I think he still had the headlight buckets and everything in that front end.
Dude, there's probably if not, there's a box up there with them in it.
Yeah.
And you know what else is still up there? There's a C4 up there that I rebuilt, and there's a 10-inch converter up there somewhere, and a manual valve body for a C4. Not that I'm going to use it, but
And you got rid of that 351.
yeah, I did get rid of 351. I still have the block and the heads. The crank and rods were just junk.
Oh, you still have the 351?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah. And I got a set of early Windsor heads, the closed chamber that
yeah,
somebody
from Stacy
Tony, yeah.
or Tony. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Shook.
Never had
And
my
it's got the-
drag strips.
It's got the big valves in it and stuff.
10.5 to 1 pistons, old purple shaft 508. I mean, that really, to be honest, sounds like a high 12 to low 13.
Yeah, the old purple shafts, man, purple shafts are
Overrated, underrated.
no, they're underrated. And
Yeah.
what's weird about them is like they didn't actually have a spec. Like you could buy a purple shaft for a small block, or you could buy a purple shaft for a big block, but it would just depend on what one you got.
Yeah.
Because I remember Bill ran big blocks. He ran 440s, and one time he got a purple shaft, and it was like a 500 lift, but it was a solid lifter. And I think that's the thing about the purple shafts is they were solid lifter. But then the next time he ordered one, it was a 590 lift, and it had some crazy duration on it. I mean, this thing sounded nasty. I mean, super nasty.
Hopefully he can get it going, Dylan. I might go taking my line of cocaine or something to keep me energized.
Well, man, I honestly, I really got after it today. Like, y'all would shit what I got done today. Like, I was out there working for like 8 hours. And, Cindy sleeps during the day, so I got to be real cautious how I do stuff.
Oh, leave it, Dylan.
All right, Dylan. Just don't turn your back on me, bud.
Yeah, Brooks will get mad.
But just remember, Dylan, that my Ford is going to have a long skirt engine in it. All-in-one vision. Oh, is that Marissa?
Yeah.
Why did you change your name, Marissa?
Probably because they both use the same channel or something. I don't know.
I mean, I am no Cam Sam tonight, but
I like.
Oh, okay, Old McDonald. 508 was for small blocks. Gotcha. Okay. Well, you have a long skirt engine in your car, bud.
Yes,
Oh, it's a company name. Oh, okay.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I threw down today. The old man threw down today. I'm sure my back's going to be bothering me tomorrow because I dug that transmission out of the back of that thing.
Today, I got a shit ton done. It felt good
It's
yesterday.
because it was nice, and I was out there working in my shorts. Like I got some sun today.
We're supposed to be 71 degrees tomorrow.
I know. That's why I said if I don't get any, Y blocks are damn. Yeah.
I think we're supposed to get a little bit of rain on Saturday.
Big block Chryslers are long skirt also.
Does he like long rods to go with them skirts?
Well, I mean, I guess you have to have them, but I remember the guys that were running the 440 Mopars and stuff on dragsters, like their oil pans were almost flat because the block was so long that everything was, all the rods and crank and everything were up inside the motor. It was crazy. And so they wanted to set that engine way down into the chassis to get the weight down. And yeah, the dang oil pan was only like an inch thick and it was like flat. It was crazy.
Oh God. Here goes T again.
Where to?
Oh,
Well, I probably on my phone probably.
don't read it out loud.
Oh, I won't. Well, I got another
Hey,
message.
Brooke. We're not ridiculous. We're just real. That's how we are.
Oh my God.
I know.
Jesus.
She says, we're ridiculous. That text message. Woo.
Who called me? Oh, Mike called me at 7:43. What the fuck?
I didn't pick up my phone at all today. And when I finally
Dude, I didn't
4
want to pick
o'clock.
mine up because I told you about that customer that supposedly, after I worked on their camper, it fucking blew up and caught on fire and everything. There's some shady crap going on. And he's wanting me to, he said the converter I put in there was bad and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, no. It's like, we're fixing the effect, not the cause. We're fixing the symptom, not the disease here. And hey, Brooke, how you doing? And he was like, and I asked him, because supposedly he called the insurance, and we were supposed to go out there yesterday. He never did call me, and then today he's like, "Well, I'm out here at the camper diagnosing it," and I'm like, okay. So I started asking questions.
Right then.
Yeah. So I said, if the high voltage box caught on fire, which is 120 volt, like the house is, well, yeah. And I said, were any of the breakers, did you have any? Oh, he said, I went in and torqued all the wires down to specs from Wifeco. That's who makes those boxes. And I'm like, okay, were any of them loose? And he was like, no. And I'm like, okay, so where did the fire come from? He was like, well, I don't know. I said, well, what do the breakers look like? So there's a problem with these breakers. A normal breaker box, you hook it in the top and then you snap it in the bottom, just like at the house, right? Well, it's actually on the side of the house, but these are on the top. Anyway, I digress. I said, were any of the breakers burnt? Well, no, but one of them had soot on it. And I'm like, okay, that breaker is bad. Either that breaker's bad or the bus bar is bad. And then, so I called my instructor that I took the classes from, back when, and I was telling him what was going on. He was like, dude, those fuse boxes are bad. He said, yeah, stab lock rockers. Yeah. He says, if those breakers, what it is when they're going down the road, you're putting these things through a hurricane every time you move them.
Yep.
The breakers vibrate loose and they come loose and they build up resistance where the electricity is trying to jump that. Because I told him what the situation was. He was like, he says, a lot of times you don't have to replace the whole box. He's like, you just take the breaker out, clean the connector up, and put a new breaker in, because the breaker connection is like, it's two prongs going around one. And he was like, it'll burn one of them up. And this guy's like, oh no, it can't be that, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, man, this doesn't make any sense. And then he's like, well, do you have the receipt for the converter that you sold me? And I'm like, well, yeah, I do, but I'm not fucking giving it to you. Like,
right.
I bought it at my cost, marked it up, like. And then he's like, well, can you get me another breaker or another converter? I was like, yeah, I'll get you one. I said, but I need to know what's going on here. Like, and the problem well, I think what happened is, and I think I might have told you this, he he replaced the water heater in this thing.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
And I think he screwed something up there, and it was back feeding. But he's trying to be like all of our customers back in the day working on cars. They figure the less they tell you, the better off they are. No, I'll figure it out eventually.
When there's something missing in
Yeah.
between them.
Yeah, it would cost you less if you would just tell me what you did, and then I could fix it.
Yep, that's right.
Exactly, Dan. Exactly.
That's 12 and 110. That's all of it.
Yeah, anything. Oh yeah, then he tried to tell me, oh well, the batteries messed up, the terminals were loose, blah blah blah. And I'm like, no. I said I checked all that. That's bullshit. Well, the battery's showing 0 volts. I'm like, no. Well, yeah, it's showing 0 volts right now because it's not charging. like, what kind of idiot do you think I am? So the conversation ended pretty quick. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Bobby actually had one of those. Can't remember if it was Monday. Maybe I think it was Monday or Friday, something like that. And he's like, "Hold up a minute, no,
Yeah,
we didn't put a transmission in that. We did a service 2.5 years ago.
yeah."
Like, no, we didn't put a transmission in that." Well, he's on one tonight, isn't he?
Oh yeah, that's my boy. Yeah, it's screwed up. It's screwed up. People just try and take advantage of you, and I'm like, well, okay. I've been around the block a few times, and
Yep.
I'm okay.
So, how much is your camper weigh, Jason? That the driver?
That one is, I think that was 14,000 pounds.
Oh shit! Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So we'd have our lift at its cap.
You can't. Yeah, you couldn't lift it on that. No, it's.
Well, it's a 14,000 lift.
Well, when I took that jack out there, it jacked the front up okay, but the back, it was bypassing. Like it was not happy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, if Ed's truck and trailer is going to be going again next door, and I think he's putting in another one of those big 25,000-pound racks.
Right.
So, if anything, you'll be able to lift it up on that if need be. Oh, I wouldn't mess with him if I knew he wouldn't. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I couldn't count the number of times I had to go to the service call for cable drop from the house. Yeah.
If we weren't picking on each other, we thought each other was mad at each other, wouldn't we, Levi?
So old Mac, my grandpa, or our grandpa used to, remodel all kinds of stuff, and he'd also go and do that type of job too. He wasn't was Grandpa certified? I know he's certified contractor, but I don't.
Yeah, I mean he was licensed and bonded and stuff like I am. I mean that's really all you can be. I mean,
well, I don't remember if he was a licensed electrician. I can't remember.
No, he was not a licensed electrician because you remember when we put the pool in and they had to move the pole over.
Yeah,
and like he ran the power down, but then we had to have an electrician come in and hook everything up to make sure it was okay. As far as. I mean, he did all the work, but we had to have an electrician.
That's what I was getting ready to say is there's a lot of jobs that, he went out and diagnosed issues and they had to drop new power because they had a 100 amp service and he had a 200 amp service dropped because they were pulling so much juice.
Well, do you remember Bob Saunders, the guy that wired the garage? He
Yeah.
used to come up to the shop. Yeah.
Yeah.
I called him yesterday and asked him and told him what was going on. I mean, he worked with me. He was an electrician at General Motors when I worked there.
Okay.
So I called him and asked him what was going on also. And he was like, yeah, he's like, man, yeah, we are just certified. Well, that's right. Yeah. Every one of us, old Mac, that's for sure. Yeah, I called him and told him what was going on. And he was like, brother, they got a bad breaker or a bad bus bar. He was like, most of the time it's the breaker because the breaker has an aluminum contact and then the bus bar is usually like stainless.
I know, but if there's any water intrusion, they could take out that whole bus.
Well, there's no water intrusion. Like I said, it's vibration because when you're pulling that thing down the road, it's
Yeah.
bumping and grinding, and that's why roofs come off these things, and I mean, when we get to a campsite, dude, you go to get in the coach, and like all the drawers are open, and they got stopper things on them, and shit's falling over, and yeah.
The paper, it says. I'd love that TV show. Whose line is it? Bad neutral is usually cause of a melting cable drop, but down power lines and lightning didn't help. Hell no. Ron Swanson.
It's like working on cars for the last 53 years, and I got to be certified. I'm like, that certification is worth about as much as that piece of paper. Like, that piece of paper and $1 will get you a cup of coffee. Like,
yeah,
and that's just a sanctioning body, taking your money and saying, yeah, he can do it. No, you can't, because I've met 100 guys in my life that are master certified and they can't do shit. They can read a book and take a test.
This certified mechanic that replaced me at AAA, he struggles to change a tire.
Yeah, I know.
Well,
it's like we drive by there and Cindy's like, look at all those old cars in there. And I was like, yeah. I said, and I guarantee you there is nobody that can work on them.
Yeah.
And they're still sitting there. They've been there for months.
They're the whole inside of that shop. I went there Saturday and got the rest of my things. A year later,
mm-hmm.
None of my things have moved. None. Everything.
My youngest daughter, Brenna, was like 8 years old, and she's really good at reading a book and taking a test.
Right.
And I remember I gave her a practice test on the ASC. I said, read this book, take this test. She passed it. 8 years old. And she doesn't know shit about a car,
Yeah, all the toolboxes that were there were like a Waterloo or a, Craftsman,
right,
hanging half open.
Yeah.
Floor dry all over the shop. Dude, the shop's wrecked. I mean, completely wrecked. I'd go fucking nuts if I was in there trying to work in that.
Dude, I drove by there on a Saturday a couple weeks ago. It was warm and the doors were open. And I looked in there and I'm like, Dale would have lost his effing mind how filthy that shop is. It's dark. There ain't no lights on.
So to me, it's always been a clean shop's a productive shop.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
it's organized. You got to be organized.
Yeah. And that's how I've always been. That's why we've always done it.
Yeah.
Well, I remember the first time you told me, I think you were working at the Tuffy on Woodman. And every single car, I mean, I'd hang out there for hours sometimes, and I'd watch you sweep up and clean up every single car after you were done.
Yep.
And this is before I became a mechanic.
Well, that was Cody's rule. If you didn't clean up after your car, you didn't get paid commission for it, because when the next car comes in and there's crap in the way, you can't get anything done.
Right.
And you're disorganized. He's like, put your freaking tools away, wipe your wrenches off, sweep the damn floor, go wash your hands. Like that was his thing.
Oh, Mac, I wish I didn't know, but it's the only thing I do know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't find a sitter, so I had to bring my daughter with me to take the test.
Yeah, exactly, Dan. Like,
dude, that's exactly what I do.
Yeah.
Ask Jason. When I had my car at his house, I mean, not saying anything bad, bro. He'd leave a mess on the fucking workbench and I'd clean it up.
Yeah.
I mean, I cleaned up everything I did after I was done working on my car.
But dude, I can't tell you how many times in the last probably 5 to 7 years, like I'll have that garage spotless, organized. Hunter will go in there and do one thing, and it is fucked up, like fucked up.
So I work with him every day.
Yeah. Well, it's like today, as I was working, I'm cleaning as I'm working. Not my stuff. It's, I found like 3 of his tool sets, nice tool sets that I bought him. Half the crap's missing. It's like I couldn't find my cheapo Greg Pneumatic wobble sockets, and I only needed one time to get the starter out of that truck. You know how the Blazers were, where the control arm mount was, and it's always a pain in the butt to get the starter out. So I had to use a chrome wobble, and dude, I took a big chunk out of my middle finger holding that thing.
Oh,
God. I was so pissed.
Oh.
One bolt. That's the only bolt that I needed a wobble socket on that truck.
Read that, Jason. Can't they hold someone liable for that?
Oh, yeah. Well,
Okay.
but private aircraft, that stuff is different. So, yeah. What's up, Jimbo? Jimbo, sorry.
What up? It takes maturity and yeah, it does.
Well, it's like, damn, when I show up, and you can ask Rob about my van. Like, my van has to be organized because I have absolutely no extra room. And you should see that now, Rob. I worked on it all day yesterday.
Yeah.
And I've had so many comments. They're like, your work van is so nice and organized. I'm like, well, because I don't have any room to just pile shit in it.
So your neighbor behind you, Jeremy Alcorn, he told me that his buddy just picked up a church bus, was like one of the short buses.
Yeah.
And a box truck that was, I think, a moving truck for $1,000 for both of them in Kentucky.
Wow.
He said it was like, it wasn't Florence. It was like the next town in, like Lexington or something, one of those auctions down there.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure how to find it or how to look into it, but.
Well, you just get on like Gov Deals and all that stuff. So.
Yeah, he just picked up both of them for $1,000. And they both.
I'm more leaning. I really think I want to find an old camper, like my old one.
Yeah.
And really pimp it out and make it a work trailer. I think that would be really cool to pull up with, an old trailer looking like a camper, but it's my workshop.
Right.
And there's one in Springfield for like $400. I mean, it's rough. It is rough. But right now, I want to concentrate on project stuff, getting the cars done. Like, I want to get the cars done. Like tonight, dude, there were so many hot rod cars out on the road. Like, I want to go drive my hot rod,
Dude, I blasted it in the parking lot before I stuck it in the shop Sunday. That felt good.
Yeah, that's what I want to do. Like, I want to go. I saw an old Vega out cruising around. I saw an old Chevelle. I saw a newer Mustang. Like, I'm like, damn it, I'm jealous,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our service areas don't know how to schedule. We are swamped one day and then nothing the next. Jesus. See, that's just wrong business too. That's stupid. We're busy every single day because we know how to run a schedule.
Well, you're busy every single day because you're busy and people know you get shit done. I mean,
that too. Well, Swayze, dude, he's bringing his whole fleet. He's got like 13 vehicles now.
Yeah, he's going to be ready here soon for me to get that air conditioner working in that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
that's going to be big money.
He's bringing money in, but Hunter's putting a motor in his pump truck right now. He's putting a
That
3
guy's got
valve.
it going on though. He's building a good business. He's building a good brand, and
Oh, absolutely, he is.
that's
He's
mainly
busy
what
as
I'm
hell.
working. That's mainly what I'm working on. I need to build a brand, and it's hard, you know.
I only got one project car, and I can't even get it done.
I hear you, old Mac. I hear you, brother.
One piece at a time, man. That's
Yep. It's hard to get motivated, and I have a, being an older person now, it's like my hands don't work when it's cold no more. I can't do it. But man, today I threw down. I bet you in the morning I'm going to be sore because I lifted that freaking AOD out of the back of that thing myself. I wanted it out of the back of it. Yeah. And dude, it is burnt up. The fluid is black as sin and stinks. I'm like, why would you even get this transmission? It's junk, you know.
Talk about the wrong way to run a business, my friend. Is on an A-Tech that got fired for making hours. The district manager didn't like. Oh yeah, I know that.
Oh yeah, that happens.
I quit.
Yeah. Well, that's why I quit. Wasn't because I wasn't making any hours. They just didn't like me and didn't give me any work. Well, actually, when I got hurt, which I'm pretty good now, but
the guy that screwed you ain't there no more.
Oh no, I could smack him in the face. And he calls me every day, want me to go work for him somewhere else. You kiss my left toe.
He hasn't called me back since.
Mm-mm. Oh, what's funny is he texted me one day. I said, "Hey, is my buddy Cloyd over there still?" And he was like, "Yeah, why?" I was like, "Well, ask him what's going on." Cloyd probably read in the riot act. He ain't messing with you.
Well,
I thought if I'm ever over in that area, I'm going to stop by just to say hi to Cloyd and flip Jason the bird. That's what I'm going to do.
So I dropped Hunter off with Swayze's other lawn truck at AAA, and the district manager, Seth, he was there, and he saw me and went to come running out right as Hunter got in my truck. I took off. It's like, I don't want to talk to you.
Yeah,
I know he's just
done with
saying,
that.
"You ready to come back?"
I'm done with that big business bullshit, man. It's like I said, I'm going to build a small business and keep my family busy, and then that's it. I'm not messing around with nobody else. And if some big business wants to come in and come buy me, that's the biggest thing that happened with, and I'm not going to mention any names, but somebody should have never sold that business. They should have left it the way it was.
Well, Josh told me that AAA is getting ready to buy it because Bruce is done. He don't want to deal with it no more.
Well, yeah, he can't. He's sick. It's like, but if he would have left it alone.
What the hell was that noise?
What noise?
My laptop just beeped.
Oh.
And there's no one else in the background.
Brain fade. Yeah, hey, we need you back. Exactly. Yeah, exactly, Colleen. It's like, why you gotta play these games, dude? But
Mark told me while I was there that Wayne quit because he got cancer, and he's not coming back.
Yeah, and he was a cool dude. And they probably shunned him for that. They probably didn't try and help him out more,
Well, it wasn't about a month and a half after I left. He started feeling bad. Well, Ronnie was trying to be a smartass, and he's like, "You're trying to kill Wayne." And then he ended up in the fucking hospital, and then was in the hospital for a month and a half when they diagnosed him with cancer. So that's when he resigned.
Well, they pressure him so much to go, like take everybody's money. Like, you think AAA is a pretty cool company, but no, they're all about the money. That's all they want. And if you don't make them money, they ain't giving you nothing.
Nope, no bonus, no nothing. And that's how the managers survive, is their bonus.
Yep.
So, and then Ronnie left and opened up his own shop.
Yeah.
So
Well, that's what you got to do. Like it's you have to get away from the corporate stuff and just. So yeah, I will never ever. And if one of my kids, after I'm going, go to sell it, just kick them right in the nuts. Like no. And I think that's kind of where I looked into finding this niche where it's a high demand job. There's not a lot of us out there. And, the big guys try and take me over every day. They call me every day like, hey, can we? No. I've had so many people, they just want to buy my phone number. That's all they want to do. We'll give you $100,000 just for your phone number. No, I'm not. No, I'm not taking it. I'm not doing it.
Well, Ray told me that everybody comes in there is just like, where's Rob at? And
Well, yeah.
Mark's finally saying, well, he's not here anymore, but we don't know where he went.
Yeah, because they can't. They're like they're they got him hemmed up. Like, well, if you tell him where he's at, we'll let you go. That's like when I quit. They wanted me to sign a non-compete. I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that.
3 days after I left, 2 days after I left, Seth gave me a week's vacation. And at the end of that week's vacation said, obviously you're not coming back. I need you to come finalize these papers, but so that we know that you're resigning. And so I went by there to sign the, resignation. It was a non-compete.
Yeah, I'm like, no, I'm not signing a non-compete. He's like, well, you have to. I'm like, no, I don't. I do not. And actually, that's when Brummett and Bruce were still in it. And they were like, you're not going to sign this? I'm like, no, I'm not signing this. I am going to compete against you. I'm sorry, but I am going to compete against you. And they're like, oh, shit. I'm like, yeah, I'm not signing this. You cannot hold my pay. And that's what they threatened me. Like, well, we won't pay you. I'm like, no, you cannot do that. This is my livelihood. I am not signing it. Like, people need to be educated that they cannot force you to sign a non-compete. They cannot hold your pay against you. They cannot threaten you to keep your tools. They cannot do any of that because that's your livelihood. Like, that's bullshit.
Yep. So I just told him no, I can't do something like that.
And dude, I have been in situations where because I was in management, at Tuffy Shop, a guy didn't bring his uniforms back or he borrowed money from Cody and it's like, well, we're going to keep your tools till you give us your money. And then he just calls the cops and the cops come in and they're like, you can't do that. This is his livelihood. You can't do that. So I know firsthand that's you can't do that. Yeah, it sucks. And then that's what you want to do, but you can't. So, and I've never been in that situation. Like, I've never done anybody wrong, and then they still want to get me to sign a non-compete. No, I'm sorry, not doing it. You can speak to my lawyer.
Huh.
What the hell is Dan talking about?
He built a computer.
Oh, okay. I'm like, you're way out of my league, Dan.
I built a Rambus box. Probably only computer I ever built was a Rambus RAM, and dude, that thing was the fastest damn computer I've ever had. But I didn't have enough power supply to keep everything up where it should be, and it killed the motherboard. I'll never build that big a computer again. But I'm telling you, it'd smoke any computer I've ever had. It was so fast. It was all aluminum anodized, memory sticks, biggest damn heat sink you could think of on the damn drive. My notice is me putting my toolbox in the back of my truck. Yeah, it's future proof for a little bit. My laptop that I'm using right now, I bought it in 2012, I think, or 13. And just, I think, what was it, a year ago, I think, I had the guy put that solid state drive in it. And it's been doing fantastic since. But the operating system still won't take Windows 11. So that's how outdated this thing is.
Exactly, Tom. That's what it is. See you, bye.
Dan, no, I just didn't have a big enough power supply for the CPU.
Well, that's back when our cousin Brian was building computers that were faster than the
Yes.
internet.
No, wait a minute. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tim is a hot rod guy, right?
Yeah. Brian was building computers that were faster than the internet back there, which.
So he took me to that, I think it was Midwest Electronics. And that's where we bought everything. And we put it together here. And it was so damn fast. I mean, it was just click, click, click. Everything was badass. I loved it. But I had about $800 in it, and I sold everything and made $1,000. I'm not sure what the power supply was, but I think it was only a 500. I'm going to have to upgrade so Windows 11 can work myself.
My problem is I don't have enough freaking USB ports on this laptop. Like, the machine's fast enough. I just don't have any ports on it.
You can get a USB hub.
I need to, because I said when I run. So I have this wireless, in quotations, printer. It never works. But then I found out it has a USB cable. Yeah. So then when I go to print off invoices, I unplug the camera. Well, then it loses the camera. But then if I switch them back, then it loses the printer. And I'm like, well, I kind of need the printer to print my invoices, so I just leave it alone. But yeah, I need to buy a hub. The machine's pretty good. Like, it's pretty fast. Like,
I had a 6-port hub that I had on my my other one, but I gave it to Danny so she could use it because I don't need it.
Well, it's like I'm using all the hubs, and it has a mini USB, or I'm sorry, it has a USB-C, like 2 of those, and it has 2 normal USBs. And then I have those split off, but then one of them's to the camera, and then one of them's to the printer, because the printer won't work on wireless, which drives me insane. It'll work off my phone fine, but I can't find the link on like Amazon or eBay or eTrade or wherever I'm buying. Excuse me. Wherever I'm buying my stuff, because my accountant's up my ass. Every time I buy something to print off the invoice. And Amazon used to have a thing where at the end of the year, you could just literally download everything you bought. But evidently last year they changed it. So then I had to download this weird program to download all my invoices from last year and just print them on one page. Well, my accountant doesn't like that. So he has to have an invoice every time I buy something or every time I sell something. So I'm like, well, I'm just going to leave it the way it is because it works right now. And like I said, the other problem was when I got home, when I got back from, we were down in the Hocking Hills over the weekend, it did an update, and I literally have had to reload everything. Like,
oh my God.
Oh yeah. All my email, all my Gmails. I've got like 3 Gmails. I've got a Yahoo Mail, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, I think I've finally loaded probably 75% of them where they're working. But yeah.
Tom, I'm just getting ready to buy that that laptop, I want to take this one to work and use the other one here.
Mhm.
Because that one at work, it keeps dropping internet. That's why I haven't done any more lives at the shop.
Yeah,
Drives
the
me
one
nuts.
I'm on now is a 2 terabyte. It's a good machine. And then when
Well,
I
the one
travel, I take it with me so I can work, remotely. But then when I
right.
bring it back here, then I shut it down. I left here Friday. I worked on it Friday night. I shut it down, and then I didn't turn it back on until Sunday when I got home, and it had literally updated everything. I mean, everything. Like it's insane. I had to reload all my YouTube stuff. I had to reload, all my Google stuff. It's insane. So, but I think I've got most
Sucks.
everything back up. Most of the stuff I use all the time, but it's like every time I go to load something, it's like, oh, you need to reload. I'm like, crap.
The Verizon sent me a thing for updating my phone. I've had the same phone for almost 3 years, maybe just over, and they're trying to get me the newest one.
Right.
Well, I emailed them back and told them that I'm not interested unless they can give me a a Wi-Fi for my laptop. An actual what's it called?
Like a hotspot.
Yeah, it's a USB hotspot.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm looking for now is
Who
when
do you
I'm
have
out
for service?
when I'm out on the road or we're camping and it's hard to find internet.
Right.
I think we're going to do the. I've really been looking into them. The T-Mobile one seems to be like it'll work when you're driving. It'll work when you're out in the
That's
middle of
what they say.
nowhere.
Spectrum and Verizon.
Yeah.
Um, they use the same towers, and that hotspot USB is the same price as anyone else, but has the best uh, reviews. I think it's still like $49 a month.
Yeah. But we can literally have internet anywhere. So I'm like,
Right.
okay, that's what I'm looking into.
Not anywhere, but most
Right. Most right. But I mean, within like I have a problem when I'm going down to like Caesars Creek and I'm out in Wilmington, like it's real spotty.
Yeah.
But usually if I hotspot from my phone to my laptop, I'm cool. But we've been out some places where like it don't work. And my wife is not a camper; she's a glamper. She wants everything. So
I know. I got kids like that.
yeah.
Drives me nuts. What's up, Don?
What's up, Don? How you
I
doing,
throw
buddy?
my phone in the freaking camper, go outside, start a fire, and I'm done.
Dude, anymore when I go camping, it's like I'm not working. I shut my phone off. Sunday's always like, "Where's your phone?" I'm like, "It's in the bedroom. It's turned off. I don't want nothing to do with it. I literally don't. Like it's crazy." Ow. Yeah, my back is my back's pissed. Well, first thing this morning
Take some ibuprofen real quick.
when I woke up, Leo's an old fat hound dog. He don't want to get out of bed.
What's up, Don?
Don, what's up, brother?
I'm only going to be here for a few minutes, so I'm going to
We've
confront
heard
the
that
kids.
before.
All right.
Man, it was a beautiful day today. Ronnie, come
gorgeous.
over. We untarped the car, put some fresh fuel in it. It's like, this thing started on a dime. It's like, holy shit! It's like we shut it off yesterday.
Dude, I untarped the Mustang today and tore into it. It was a glorious day. And we got one more tomorrow. Well, I have one more tomorrow. I know I got to work Thursday. Maybe I'll get something done Friday, but I think Saturday we're going to get our pee hole pushed in. So just be prepared for that. So,
Well, yeah, it's supposed to rain here
mhm.
most of Sunday, I believe. But Nah, I'm taking advantage of what I got. This daylight savings. It's like, man, the fucking sunset 7:30, 20 to
Dude,
8.
it's so nice, isn't it?
I love
And
it.
it's full and it's a full moon. You can go out there right now. It's almost daylight if you
Yeah,
give me
there's when's the lunar eclipse? Is that Friday night?
Oh, Ronnie said something about that today.
Yeah.
Supposedly it's like 4 o'clock in the morning. I got to
Yeah.
look that up now that you
Yeah.
mentioned it.
Yeah.
I get
It's
up
gonna
a quarter after 4. Oh, man.
Yeah, it's gonna
Oh.
turn blood red.
Well, I'm not saying it wouldn't be cool. No, I'm into shit like that. I'm
Oh, yeah.
surprised it's tonight and I haven't heard nothing about it. You know, that's my
Let me look that up.
you know, like Elon Musk and his Falcon 9 and just Booster 8 here last week.
Yeah, I really try to not fucking look into that shit.
13th.
I've always been into space flight, so
Friday, March 14th.
Just 13th and 14th.
Yeah, it's 2:38 a.m. here, which Don's probably
we're same
Same.
time zone.
yeah. So we're gonna be staying up all night Friday night, huh? Yeah, I've always been into that shit. So, but yeah,
I've always wanted a nice telescope, you know.
yeah.
Explains
Dude,
all the hair growing on my arms and face.
Nah, it's just because you're not wearing long johns anymore. Springs.
That's right. Dude, I had shorts on today. I had shorts, a t-shirt, and Crocs on outside. I know I am sunburned. Like Brenna got up. She was like, Dad, what the hell? I was like, dude, come out here. It's so nice.
Mohawk
just
seen
pulled
a
after
giant
the house.
wagon on Marketplace. Huh. Wish I had $7,200.
Yeah.
Hope it's white.
Yeah, right?
I'll take patina, but I hope it's white.
Dude, my grandma had one. It was a 65, I think. It was like brown.
Yeah, it was a
burgundy-ish.
65 Valiant. I freaking love that car, dude.
Yeah.
Well, they all got ugly in '63.
I thought it
Yeah,
looked
but they were
cool.
so ugly, they were cute. Like,
It was like those little ugly pug puppies.
I remember I drove that thing to work, and it had bias-ply tires on it. It had 13-inch tires on it. And it was all over the road. And my old buddy, remember Kurt that had the tow truck back in the day, Rob?
Yeah.
Kurt, not Kurt that you're thinking of, but another Kurt. And he had a Subaru that he was taking it to the scrapyard, and it had brand new 13-inch radial tires on it. And I broke that thing down and put them radial tires on it, and holy shit, that car was night and day.
You want to pay the heat bill?
Uh-oh.
Okay.
I did open the windows today, Wendy. I'm sorry.
Well, I just come in, got a shower, and it was down to 65. Still 65 in here. Oh, Wendy's got a sneeze and fit coming on.
Flying.
Dude, I did that earlier.
Oh, JB showed up. Hey, JB, what's up, brother?
What's up, JB?
I was sitting right here.
How you doing, bud?
I think I
See,
heard
he was getting after the Blazer the other day.
I heard something about Killcare and everybody, these local tracks all got bought out recently.
Yep. IHRA is buying them out.
Who is it?
IHRA is buying them out.
Oh, okay.
Which, I mean, they're IHRA tracks anyway, so it's
Yeah.
a good thing. It really is a good thing. They, so they supposedly bought 7, but now it's down to like 3. But I really hope IHRA does buy. So the IHRA ownership changed, and the guy is like a multi-billionaire. and he ain't playing.
Phone number is this.
He's like
I hope
he's
they-
up against the Anchorage. He's got his
He wants me to-
PP out for a fucking Anchorage, and I'm glad he is.
I hope they fix the freaking staging lanes at Killcare again because it's effing stupid.
Mm-hmm. I said, I hope it's correct. I really, honestly do. I think, our home track Killcare has always been kind of screwed up because it's always been.
You don't like me?
Oh,
It's always
baby.
been about the money, and they don't want to give you none. They want you to give it all to them. So I'm hoping that actually is
He just showed up.
a thing. Like I hope it's.
My brother from another mother.
Hey, JB Wendy says hello. My brother from another mother.
He's my boy.
That's exactly original home of the Mountain Motors. Yes, sir.
I know he's older than me, so.
JB Wendy wants to know how old you are.
Older than shit.
Wow.
Yeah, I got it, Mohawk. I'm looking at it right
I
now.
want to know he's the brother.
Wow, I get it.
I need to know when his birthday is.
That'd be petrified shit, right?
Yeah.
Because you can hose it away in a hurry.
His birthday is 01/01/000. His ain't birthday is Jesus.
Oh, so he's binary.
Yeah, his social security
Zeros and ones.
0000001.
Man, this wagon is clean as hell. God.
Yep, I need to know his birthday and how old he is. Yeah, I need his birthday.
We'll work on that. All
The
right.
inside is super nice.
And I want to send him a birthday card. To my brother. I'm one of 17. Now it's 18.
All right, I got you. Todd Kilgore.
Who's it?
Todd Kilgore. That's somebody.
That's Mohawk.
Yeah, it's Mohawk.
Oh, okay. I don't Facebook. That's why.
Yeah, that's Mohawk.
Old McDonald, I don't have a birthday. I was hatched.
Oh. You do the math.
What?
I was hatched. Well, anyway, saying such a nice day. Untarp the car today, prime the carburetors. It's like, ooh. Turn the can. It turned over like I ran it yesterday. It's like, son of a bitch.
Hey, gas over the moon is 289.
Oh no shit.
See
That's
today.
that's what it is coming down on south side of
Over the mountain.
this side. After Biters, as soon as it turns into 2-lane, coming back down.
Oh,
That gas station.
what,
on the right.
Nittany? On your way.
Yeah. I'll take 289. Makes me want to run it down to empty so I can get more.
I don't have a birthday. I was
Wendy don't like it to run to empty. When it gets to a half a
Half a
tank,
tank. If it gets below half tank, I'm bitching.
yeah.
He
Actually a good
one
thing.
time with
don't
an
burn
acre.
up the fuel pump.
Saying she don't mind filling it at a half a tank. It's when it's about empty. That's when the hammer.
Well, he'll pay it.
That's
cheaper
all right.
than paying
Well,
a
I
big
see
old
it.
hit.
I see it. But got the car running. Burned, shaved a little rubber off the tires. Not much.
Oh, you had him out.
Just on the concrete pad.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
I moved the Camaro.
I wanted to smoke the tires, but it just turned into a dust show. That concrete's just sandpaper. It's detrimental to doing a proper burnout. I need to find some proper asphalt.
that's out front of the house.
Oh, you heard it here first. She's like, that's out front of the house.
Hey, with the Amish over across the street when you got home from work,
I didn't look.
they're putting a roof on.
Oh, yeah. At
I
least
think it's the same people that were here and did our chimney.
it might be.
The truck looks familiar.
Who's
It's
to
out
say?
there. It's not out there right now, but
Well, at least they're framing the roof. They didn't tear off. They just put batter boards down or whatever you call them.
thank God I don't want to.
Well, they got it all framed out. They got that half. It looks like metal on it already. So, man, how many they got over there? About 9
Yeah, I moved the
people.
Camaro Sunday to
I
the shop
got one
so
up
that I
back
can
and there
work on
was
it.
probably 4 out front.
And I didn't
Oh, they
video
don't
it
screw
just
around.
because I was running all day long and just never thought about it.
There was none on the ground. I couldn't ask the big boss to come over and hey,
What do you
what would it
want for that?
cost?
You want a roof on
And
the
I
house?
think the same one that did the chimney, they were supposed to come put a cap back on.
That needs work too. Oh, where'd he go? Now I'm here, and I was just going to leave.
Now you gotta stay.
Now I got to stay.
Happy Woman's Day. Oh, that's okay. I'm sure he got a laugh out of it. Yeah. All I could do was laugh. Yep. That's why Mohawk's one of our guys. He knows how to laugh.
That he does.
Yes. And he makes everybody else laugh.
That's right. Technical issues. All good, dude. I know. Yeah, I moved the Camaro Sunday and got it to the shop, and man, I'm telling you what, after moving all those cars and everything at the shop to be able to put my car in the back shop where I can work on it, it wore me the hell out. I had to finish putting this truck together and painting the frame rails and put it outside so it wasn't bare metal. And then move the other. I had to move so many cars to be able to get in the back shop. It was crazy.
What the treats in?
Yep.
To be able to get my car back out again is going to be a tax.
I didn't even put them out.
I thought you said you did.
I was going to, but I
You
didn't.
said they were killing them.
Wow, they would have. Yeah, I was just looking up that eclipse. That's what, Thursday or 13th, 14th. Thursday night, Friday at midnight. Oh, I can do midnight. I'd stay up for that.
I think it
Not on
was.
Thursday.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, 13th into Friday. So Thursday into Friday. So it might be a little bit of a
That'd be
late.
great. Yeah, it's a little later than I like, but
It doesn't happen very often. If you want to see it, that's a little sacrifice.
I
you gotta
know
make.
you can't. I'll watch it tomorrow afternoon.
How are you going to watch it
You
tomorrow
can't
afternoon?
when you can't. It's like when it's gone, it's gone.
He said Thursday. Tomorrow's Wednesday.
I know it's Thursday into Friday.
But you
It's
said you were going to watch it tomorrow afternoon.
I was
Tomorrow's
joking.
Wednesday.
I am joking.
I thought maybe you had your days. next.
No, record it.
So yeah, I mean, you can always wait for it to come on the news or something, but it's cool to see it firsthand.
Oh, I've done it. I've seen eclipse in the daytime, and
I did too.
built.
It
You build the box so you can see it on the other end of the.
I was at Lowe's when that one happened.
Yeah. Oh no, I look for shit like that. I'm surprised it's Thursday night and I haven't even heard nothing about it. Usually it picks up in my my feed.
So I'm signed up on a lot of stuff. I'm signed up on NASA and also the moon phases and things like that. I get text
Did
messages.
you watch Starship? Did you watch Starship 8?
Yes.
saying they got the booster down, but the Starship needs some work.
Yeah.
It's made a couple return flights. It's, it's a 50-50 right now.
Dan, if you didn't watch it, then you weren't human. The people that didn't like it, that didn't watch it, thought it was evil and bewitched, and they're just effing weird.
It's the way the stars align. You can't do nothing much about
Yeah,
it.
I mean, man, there were some people out there, they were just talking out of their heads. Like, I don't know how they knew how to tie their shoes. I mean, they were weird.
Well, it means they don't appreciate the good things.
Holy shiitake mushrooms. What? Wow.
Did you see what Mohawk sent you?
Never straight answers or needs another 7 astronauts.
Did you see what Mohawk sent you on Facebook?
Eclipse makes
I'm
them
not on
interesting. It
Facebook.
does. It throws them off.
Your phone went off. You wonder who Todd was?
He just wants me to view profile.
It's a '62 Plymouth Valiant station wagon.
Oh, okay. Well, let me go look.
I'm like, what did he? I thought maybe he sent you JD's birthday or something.
So I take it, Greg, you don't like NASA? Yeah, I watch a lot of the
Launches, failed
Damn it,
attempts.
What do you watch? The space shuttles.
I watch a lot of
been
the
retired for years,
the
but
live.
that's
telescopes
been shuttle's
looking
been
good.
retired for years.
No, the little thing that goes in the sky.
Well, Starship.
The white light thing.
Bigfoot howls at the full moon.
So many.
Oh,
ISS.
Yeah, that thing.
so is that
I
my answer?
haven't. When he was asking about the ISS, I used to work third shift, so I'd look at the ISS schedule and I'd take a break and go out on the dark side of the building, at
Yeah.
4:25
Watch
in the
it.
morning. Yep.
Yep.
It's like, ooh, how big's this one? 6 minutes. But now you got at Starlink,
Right.
you can see a train of them coming through, and it's like, holy shit, how many is there?
So I wasn't born yet. I still had about 7 years to go for the moon landing.
About
But
7.
I do get to see parts of it at Wright Pat. So
I remember my mom telling me she went to my uncle's house because he had TV for the moon landing. We were busy playing kids. We was 4 years old,
yeah.
We didn't know what was going
Hi,
on,
Wendy.
but she told me we watched the space landing. Or not, yeah. Moon landing.
Yeah, the whole Elon thing, him blowing all this money on all these launches.
It's his money.
I know it's his money, but I'm actually more impressed with returning rocket boosters. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Oh,
But
they
He's testing all of this equipment so that he knows what works. And then he's going to start building something on Mars and the moon and a bunch of other shit.
I'd go. Well, maybe not.
You know what it would cost?
Well, less and less every day the way he's doing it.
Yeah, the cost of actually getting there and living there, I think it would cost more than what I made my
More
life.
than money.
Did you find a box bed?
Now, maybe if I was younger, in different situation, but
It it's a lot. Mars
It
is
is.
probably
You think in the grand scheme of things, considering we're not even a grain of sand. You know what I mean?
The Polaroid pixel my dad took off the TV when we set up.
I'm hoping Beetlejuice will go supernova soon.
Dude,
It's on
that's
schedule.
cool. I'd like to see those pictures, Mohawk.
All right. I'm going to cut off here, gentlemen.
Yeah,
I
go
gotta
ahead, dude. You're good. I've only got like 5 minutes left.
Well, I'll hang for that then.
Okay.
Because it was such a beautiful day here. It's like, I thought
Yeah,
Ronnie was going to already be here, and he wasn't. But
I got a ton done at work too, just because the warm weather put me in such a good mood. I mean, I always bust my ass and get work done, but man,
I know. Well,
I stood out in the
worked-
sun and stretched like, oh, this feels so good.
I'll save a load of cardboard just as a backup. That way, if I want to go out on the dock and get some sun, smoke half
Heck
a
yeah.
cigarette, keep a half a dozen pieces of cardboard stacked and ready to go.
You have pictures of the shuttle inside the maintenance building? What? That'd be
I was
fucking
big on the
sweet.
shuttle back in the day.
That'd be sweet as hell. I'd love to do that.
Just to see the scope of how big it actually
Yeah,
is.
that's one of the fastest planes on Earth.
It wasn't a plane, it was a glider.
Same thing, different smell.
No, planes are powered.
It was the fastest
Well-
aircraft.
It's powered going up. No. All right, I'm out again.
All right.
Peace and good weather
You
to
said
all.
5 minutes. You still got 3.
Yeah, I know. I gotta pee.
Later, Ron.
We're brutally honest
You have
here.
your diaper on. You're fine.
Yeah, all right.
Found inside a trash can in Florida. Cool. It'd still be cool to see. It was 80 here today. Took the Harley out for a ride. Then posted to sell. Heck yeah. Great day for taking pics. I once saw the silver special on top. Yeah. I saw pictures of that. That was pretty cool. That's okay. Keep them to yourself for a special occasion, I guess. But, we're supposed to have a gorgeous freaking week, so we can move on to bigger and better things. Old Mac, if you're feeling up to it, go up there and wrench on your hot rod a little bit. Send us some pictures. I know we're getting warm around here, but I think you just said you were expecting more snow or something earlier tonight. Watch the rocket go up at Cocoa Beach. That'd be sweet to see. We had Estes rockets, the toys, models that we could launch, but I've never actually seen a good full-size rocket take off. I bet it's a sight. But well, with that being said, it's time to run. You everybody have a great what's left of your week as usual. Hope everybody has a good week. I'm hoping to do a little work on the scamp tomorrow. Hell yeah. Never saw Florida space action. Yeah. Yeah, it was cool watching the space shuttle fly back in from everything. It was pretty sweet. But night, Tom. Thank you, Dan. everybody that's left, thanks. And hopefully Jason does something on Thursday. If not, we'll definitely see you guys on next Tuesday. Maybe if I get that laptop sooner than I thought, we'll try and do a live at the shop. At least I'll try anyway. Good night, Greg. Later, Mohawk. It's always a good time, man. Thank you. You all take it easy, and we'll catch you later. See you.